Hey guys, it's Carter. I'm back again with another part of Bioshock Part 12. Excuse me while I take a drink. Ugh, that hits the spot. It is really fucking hot in here. Yeah, it's really fucking hot in here in my apartment. Oh my god, it's like 30 plus degrees outside and it's almost June. So that explains a lot. You ready for me to be fucking stupid and get killed right at the beginning of the episode? 'Cause, well, that happens. I don't know, well, kinda know when. Yep. So, I completely forgot the last time I did this that there was a Big Daddy that was coming towards me right before I finished the part. So I forgot about that. So I thought, you know what? I am just going to fucking murder this Big Daddy. Because I knew he had nowhere to go from that room. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I just fucking... I think I was still trying to get my bearings here and checking on everything, make sure I had pretty much like everything in proper order before I went forward and hatched a plan to fucking murder this guy, because I was like, that was not cool. That was not cool what he did. So I get fucking I get evil with this. It's probably the most evil I ever got with a Big Daddy kill. But yeah, it's been at this point I had thought I was getting close to the end of the game, because we were getting like apparently supposed to be on our way towards Andrew Ryan after this. That's what Atlas was saying. But no, I found out there was another huge chunk to this game that I didn't realize. So yes, I laid some proximity mines down on the door when I heard him starting to come down. Oh, water went down the wrong windpipe. Oh, that's probably the best picture I've ever taken. Considering that I got it pretty much as soon as the bombs exploded. And I'm surprised I didn't get killed again. And yes, this time I actually did rescue. I only fucked up once in terms of the little sisters from the last part. I fucked up one of them. Every other one so far I've been able to rescue, but that last one in the last part, I fucked up by harvesting her by mistake. So I didn't realize that you can actually take a picture of the little sisters, and that gives you some research points. So I was like, okay, before she leaves, I'll take a couple pictures to increase the thing. I didn't realize how long it takes for her to actually get inside the hole. So it had been like a good week since the last time I had played this. So every time I like do a part and then leave it and then come back, I almost immediately forget A, what I was doing, and B, how far or like what the controls were. So every time I start up a new part of Bioshock, there's like this small period where I just have to like check through everything, check through my controls again to see like if I'm doing things correctly. Yeah, the reason I was looking at that bear was because I had remembered Tenenbaum had said that she was leaving a gift in a small little toy bear for me. I just couldn't remember where she was leaving the bear. I find it later in this part, but that's why I was like eyeing that bear for a minute, because I remembered the gift that she was going to send me from the last part was going to be in a bear. And that's what I was looking for. So at this point, I was like, I'm gonna check the map. Maybe it's on a map. And I've never been one to look at the maps, so I think it's something I should probably do more often. Yeah, so the only way out of the city now is through Ryan, so I've never really checked this this whole this menu, so I was kind of like looking through things while I had the time to. Oh. So in terms of the Bioshock series, this is the only one I ever played in the past. I never actually beat this game. I had gotten up to the next area, and then that's when I pretty much stopped. I guess there was just I was just getting tired the first time I played it. I'm gonna finish this game. I'm not going to. Who? Ooh. See, that's the point where Andrew finally realizes, like, oh shit, you're working for Atlas. Like, goddamn. That's why you won't die.
I believe in no God, no invisible man in the sky. But there is something more powerful than each of us. A combination of our efforts. A great chain of industry that unites us. But it is only when we struggle in our own interest that the chain pulls society in the right direction. The chain is too powerful and too mysterious for any government to guide. Any man who tells you different either has his hand in your pocket or a pistol to your neck.
Yeah, so with the whole backstory, it seems like Andrew Ryan is like, hey, so people who came here still wanted there to be a whole there's like a huge what's the word I'm looking for here? There is a big emphasis on God, which I think I've mentioned in one of the past parts, especially with like, you know, the name of the whole place being Rapture and like all this religious symbolism. But Andrew Ryan's like, no, it's consumerism that's supposed to get us to make the perfect that's going to give us the perfect paradise. And if you don't believe it's consumerism, you're a fucking commie. Which I guess that's the correct language I can use for a game of this time period, like the 60s, 50s, and 60s. So this is when I started to remember where I had left off when I originally played this game. New goal. Go to Hephaestus. It was Sander Cohen that I remember the name of. Yeah, so it was at this point I started to remember, like, this is pretty much as far as I got before.
So, you think you're getting out of here?
That didn't really seem like a fortune when I put that through. So at this point, I'm kind of just like, I'm just gonna auto hack pretty much everything. And this is why I said before that some of these future machines later in the Let's Play, they, unless you have fucking one of those skills that allows you to take the unless you have the skills that allows you to take out some tiles, you can't beat these. So I was like, there's no point in me fucking even trying to hack some of these, because I don't have the skills that takes out like some of the stuff. I've also never used the gene bank like once, so yeah. Yeah, I forgot that there was a crossbow in this game, so I kind of make a little bit too much of the trap bolts, as you can see here. Since I was carrying too many, I dropped them on the ground. Probably not the smartest smartest thing to use all of my money on. Oh yeah, and this is where I'm a fucking idiot. Multiple times in this part, I think it happens twice. Well, yeah, they have these cases here, which, if you're an idiot like me, yeah, you start to vandalize things, and that sets off the alarm. And you'll see this happen multiple times, because I'm stupid. And since these ones are a little too powerful to hack, I just have to sit there for a whole minute, wasting my ammunition, killing new ones that come out. Yeah, I'm just wasting my resources here, which is... Oh, it's not the smartest thing that I could have done. Also, I had no idea that the shutdown bot control was just right around the corner. So I could have stopped this, but I didn't. And the same thing happens later, so don't worry, you're gonna get used to seeing this bullshit from me another time. Oh. But this is what I'm talking about when I realized that I burned through Eve really quickly, which is one of the big things that I'm like, that's a habit that I need to really watch for, especially when I get later into the game, because Eve gets really hard to come by, like really hard to come by. And this is when I knew, like, oh, okay, well, yep, here we go. I like this transition. What's it called? Like show thing. Sander Cohen's introduction.
That's better. Atlas Ryan. Atlas Ryan. Da, 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 da. Time-wise, you could get something decent on the ring. The artist has a duty to seduce the ear and delight the spirit. So say goodbye to those two blowhards, and hello to an evening with Sander Cohen.
There's something weird about this. There's so many games that like to push this trope of the psychotic artist that, like, will kill people for their love of art. They want to see, and like every one of these like killer artist types has like a different way of going about this Yeah, every single one of these has like a different like reasoning. Has different reasoning behind their the reason why they kill. But almost all of it is for like some sort of visual or audio kind of like beauty that they can capture and put into art. Which, like, I guess we see that a lot more now, but I feel like back then when this game first came out, which I believe was in 2008, I think that was more of a new concept for certain video games. But even then, like, I feel like a lot of movies, especially movies that revolve around killers, would kind of they kind of overdo this concept of like the murderous artist. So at some point this starts becoming cliche. So I realized that when the spider splicer hit me, it one of my abilities I have equipped is essentially ooh.
Come in, come in! Sander Cohen awaits you at the Fleet Hall.
Oh god, what was I saying? Fucking, oh jeez, I'm already forgetting. There's so much that's going on in this that I'm starting to forget. I'm wondering, the slot machines that are lying around here in this area, I'm wondering if, like, they'll give you more than just coins, like maybe if they can give you like first aid kits or Eve hypos. It's something I didn't really, I tried it once and I got lucky, but like I only used it once, so I've never really used it afterwards.
Welcome to Fort Frolic.
Yeah, this place is actually really cool. I actually really like this area.
Transmissions of those boors, Atlas and Ryan. Let them have their squabble. The artist, yes, the artist knows there is richer earth to till. For example, I test you, little one, not for a reason. I test all my disciples. Some shine like galaxies, and some burn off the flame. Come on into my
Yeah, so there's a part of this where I really feel like an idiot. It's gonna come up soon, but in terms of the atmosphere, I actually really love this whole oh god, there's a movie I'm trying to think of right now. Atlas Shrugged, I believe. Yeah, so I think I realized what it is. I think it's Metropolis. I think it's Metropolis. That's what they that this place reminds me of. Especially with like the Art Deco design, it's a really cool design, and it really gives this place a lot of life, like a weird bourgeoisie kind of paradise of entertainment. Which I guess is the idea when you call the place Fort Frolic. So, I guess that makes sense. So yeah, this part up here is where I did my first stupid. I did my first stupid move. So I hacked the camera here. That's not the stupid move. You'll see the stupid move when it happens, but the stupid move, well, let's just wait and see what happens. How about that? And I'll explain to you what happens when it comes up, because it's right after this. So after hacking the camera, I start checking all over the place, checking around the room before I continue forward. It seemed that both registers were picked clean of any money. There was coffee lying around, so I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll take that. Yeah, it was at this point that I'm like, okay, I guess I'm supposed to go through the door here. So I approached it, and it wasn't opening. And I was like, looking around, trying to see where I was supposed to go. The door wouldn't open. So I was like, okay, I'll go up this way. Well, checking all the stuff in the room first, but I'll go up this way. Which I apparently was not supposed to go up.
Regarding your review of Anna Culpepper's latest musical insult, of all the worthy artists in Rapture, why you continue to devote column inches to this musical gremlin is beyond my imagination. Where she is not derivative, she's boring. Where she's not boring, she's obvious. Where she's not obvious, she's dangerous.
I'd very much like to hear who he's talking about with that song. Because, like, artist types... oh, here's another one. Where I just can't fucking finish the... I can't finish this in the state that this puzzle's in, so what the fuck's the point? So I if I want to even attempt to start hacking the later level machines, I have to start actually like adding one of those things.
Meet with my public now when I'm preparing unbelievable.
So this game does so this game actually is able to hide a lot of its major NPCs really well, to the point where you almost talk to nobody. The only people that you kind of come across are, well, the splicers. So, which I guess it's kind of reminiscent of System Shock, because this is the spiritual successor. Also, this is my dumb move, where I'm like, maybe I have to break it, and nothing I was doing was breaking it, so... Yep, nothing I was doing was breaking it, and I was a fucking idiot and didn't... Well, you'll see. You'll see. So I was like, okay, where else am I supposed to go? And if you... eagle-eyed viewers probably already saw what I'm stupid and missed. Again, I'm still looking at the door and not looking at where I'm supposed to be going. Wasting ammunition. This is... I do a lot of really big goofs in this part specifically, so yeah, and I kind of just almost destroyed it in a bad way where I can't even see into the other side of the glass anymore. But at this point I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? and then me being stupid. I'm just like, well, what do I... Oh, I feel so stupid looking back at this now. Knowing exactly where I was supposed to go and what I was supposed to look at, because it was literally sitting right in front of me the whole time. Oh. Oh my god, Carter, stop it. Oh, it's right there. It's literally right here in front of you. Yeah, it's right there. So I was supposed to call that elevator the whole time. And that's what brings in a whole bunch of enemies. So I'm glad I got the camera the first time. Because, well, that helped save my hide. So, we're coming up on the next part here. Mr. Sander Cohen doing, well, you'll see.
Once again, young Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, so this part's actually really fucked up.
See young Fitzpatrick here on the stage. Use your camera. Take him as he is now, so I may remember him.
Yeah, so...
And now you've got Fitzpatrick caught in his moment of glory. It seems you've got the eye of the shutterbug, little moth. Now, into the atrium and place his photograph in my masterpiece. And so our collaboration commences.
Yeah, so at this point, this is where you're kind of... Well, it hasn't officially started, but the mission is about to start with what Sander Cohen wants you to do. Oh. Yeah, so... I can never see those, I can never see the turrets until they kind of appear. And yeah. I don't think I was able to hack these ones for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. So I decided to destroy them. I think there's another... Just trying to remember if there is another audio log somewhere in this general area. I don't think there was, now I think about it. But, if you remember at the beginning of the... when you first entered this area, there was the large stage on the left side.
You of your own candles, when you paint the blood of a man I once loved. Yes, I'll send you. But first, you must be part of my masterpiece. Go to the atrium. Hurry now. My muse is a fickle bitch with a very short attention span.
Oof. I'm still wondering who he's talking about in that. Every time he starts talking, the whole like atmosphere changes. So I usually, whenever like the atmosphere changes, that's when enemies spawn. So I'm always kind of like, I'm always worried whenever whenever the environment starts to change like that, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should just get into a corner and prepare myself. So yeah, as you can see at the bottom of the stairs there.
See it? When I am
Yeah.
lost, this is what they'll point to. My quad tick. My masterpiece. Go ahead. Don't be afraid. Touch it.
So what you have to do is you have to kill 3 of people that Cohen wants you to kill, and then take their pictures and place them in the quad tick.
And here's the glorious news. This is just the moment of conception. Out in this place, there are 3 men, all former disciples of mine, all connected by a common thread: betrayal. Find them and immortalize their mortality in my quad tick. Go. Once they've been sent to their reward, you shall go to yours. And
So something I didn't realize about this crossbow, with its 3 types of ammunition, I don't think I've gotten the top type of ammunition yet. But it's got the regular ammunition, the steel tip bow, which is kind of just like a regular crossbow bolt. But then it's got the trap bolt, which is the one I made a couple of pieces of ammunition of. So the trap bolt, essentially, I thought it was just an electrical bolt. But what it actually is it shoots into the wall, and then once it's in the wall, it shoots across to like the opposite end of the wall that it's situated on. And it essentially creates a tripwire. So it's actually really useful. I just don't realize how I'm actually supposed to be using it until the end of this part. So yeah, you'll see me kind of using it incorrectly. But isn't that the point of me playing this game? To do things the incorrect way, because I always seem to do things the wrong way in this game. But yeah. So if I remember correctly, I go to a different room than the one room that he wanted me to go to. Yeah, I think I go through here first before I go into the Poseidon Palace. I always have like a mini panic attack whenever I start hearing voices in the area. So this is another point where it's like, I'm pretty sure the Houdini splicers are fighting with the regular splicers, because every time you see both the Houdini splicer and the regular splicers in the same area... Oh. Oh boy. I think that one was specifically aimed at Cohen. But oh god, what was I saying? Because every time the Houdini splicers and the regular splicers are in the same room, they're always fighting each other. So I kind of just assume that they're kind of at a war with each other. Maybe it's the fact that like Houdini splicers. Oh. So I just realized that this area here started playing the theme, the song that was in the trailer for this game when it first was announced. And when I started to hear that song in this area, I was like, oh shit, am I gonna get copyright stricken? So that's why I'm trying to talk over it right now. Again, I feel like this is the game that really brought this focus on like games using a very old school soundtrack. Because I think this game came out right before Fallout 3, and that one used oh god, it's the I don't want to set the world on fire, like that one. I think it's World on Fire. I forget who it's by, but yeah, like I'm pretty sure this is the game that first started off that. Oh, I remember this room. This room scared me. As you'll hear in a second.
The Wild Bunny by Sander Cohen. I want to take the ears off, but I can't. I hop, and when I hop, I never get off the ground. It's my curse, my eternal curse. I want to take the ears off, but I can't. It's my curse. It's my fucking curse. I want to take the ears off. Please, take them off. Please.
So, in other games that would probably like to go for a jump scare factor, I was expecting that fucking statue to like break free to attack me. That's why I kept the gun up the whole time. But no, in this game they watch for they watch for atmosphere. Also, ready for the second part where I decide to fuck everything up? As you're gonna see, right? Yep. Me being a fucking idiot, I'm like, hey, well, I guess I'm gonna be, I was like, there's nowhere to go, and I realized that the panel that I left it on fucking brought these fuckers to life, so that was my fault. And yeah. And then when I used the oh my god, I had really bad luck in this part, because as soon as I used one of the what's it called? As soon as I used one of the grenade launchers, it actually exploded and hit one of the glass cabinets on the other side, so that tripped another alarm. And yeah, I had really bad luck in this part. Really bad luck being an understatement, to be honest. Yeah, literally like everyone was coming out to attack me. So, and I'm pretty sure I used all of my stuff. So, yeah. Don't trip the alarms, because you will get fucked up. Like, really bad. So at this point, I believe this area goes to like a... Oh. Oh boy. Oh, the artists all being nut jobs. See, like, that's what I was talking about at the beginning. Where it seems like every artist they employ in these kind of games where it's like they got murderous intent or something, they always push it onto artists. Artists get a bad rap. So I can't remember if this next door goes into a separate area, but we're coming up on the end of this part, so I believe... I'm pretty sure that I don't go in there. Wait, no, I do go in there, but... Oh, no, I remember what happens. Yeah, I remember what happens now. I knew that I wasn't supposed to be here, though. They always seem to hide the turrets behind, like, the largest fucking pillars possible, so you don't know that they're there until you go around the corner. I also just noticed that, for some reason, when I'm recording this game, when you're reloading certain items, they lose the audio. Although you can hear it in the game. On the recording, it seems to just like stop sometimes, which I don't really understand, and I feel like that's something with the recording process that I'm using. But, oh shit, there's a fly in my room. Damn it. Get the fuck out of here. I don't even know if I got him. Yeah, this place was kind of cramped. That's all I can really say about this area. I really like the chemical thrower, but I seem to run out of the chemical thrower ammo really, really quickly. So I found myself starting to use the crossbow bolt towards the end of this part a lot more. Oh my god. Fucking... Get out of here. Sorry, I was just trying to kill this bug. There's a U in vent. No, it's like a weapon upgrade station that I found here. I don't think I was supposed to be here yet, though. And yeah, this is where I started to... Every time I hear shit, like people approaching, I always put my back to a wall and wait. And, yeah, fuck... Oh my god. Fuck Houdini splicers. The fact that they can just appear anywhere... yeah, that's some bullshit. Some real bullshit. That's some jump scare quality bullshit right there. And again, this is a horror game, so I understand why they do it. Oh god. Yeah, this game really, when it comes to first-person shooters of this quality, my, what's it called? I think in this one, I decide to upgrade the crossbow. So I felt like I was going to use that in the future. So, yeah. As I'd upgrade the crossbow. God, what was I saying? Yeah. So, I have really bad anxiety. And games like this don't help ease my anxiety. So, I find that I start moving real slow on pretty much every single area. I think that's the point where I realized, I was like, oh shit, this is tripwire. Okay. Well, the way that I threw that out, I couldn't get by, so I had to basically kill it. Alright. Now we're definitely coming up on the end of this part. But right at the end, that's when I finally find the bear that I was talking about at the beginning of this Let's Play, the one that Tenenbaum gives me. Because what I didn't realize is that those machines that give you plasmid-related things for Adam, what are they called? The something garden, the Gatherer's Garden, Plasmid Garden. I don't know. It's something garden. It's the one that gives you all of the just gives you all the new plasmid abilities and shit like that. That's where she leaves. That's where she decides to leave these the gifts. So I believe at this point I start to make my way back the way I came. So we're coming up to the end of this part. Those fucking spider splicers. Something I didn't realize is that apparently you can pick up certain bolts again before they break. So thank goodness for that. This was an interesting room. I knew it was a washroom, but like I wasn't sure like how those how these statues were floating like this. That was interesting. I think this was the men's washroom, and then the women's washroom has a separate thing in there. Yeah, the women's washroom has a, well, yeah. I don't know who decided to set a turret up in the bathroom, but, well, there you go. Okay, we're coming up 3 minutes left here for this part. But yeah, pretty much the rest of the stuff that I do for this is I make my way over to one of those, I make my way upstairs, up to the Poseidon, towards the Poseidon place. It's the place that he wanted me to go, and I just didn't go. I started making my way up there. And I'm actually able to get a new plasmid ability from the little plasmid machine. I'm still not sure what they're called. You'll probably see it here in a second. Poseidon Plaza. Right? Oh. Poseidon Plaza. That machine. What the fuck is that bank called? Gatherers something? Well, this machine. There's the bear. That's 200 atom, a safecracker, and 12 electric buckshots. And I pretty much save it right here after I start going through the new stuff that I can unlock. Anyways, guys, I'll leave you with this here as we kind of check the stuff that I grab. And on the next part, we're going to go through Poseidon Plaza, and we're going to start hunting for Sander Cohen. Alright, that's going to be it, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Throw objects